Creating value for your brand and its audiences. Are you looking for a way to connect with your audiences or communicate clarity within your marketing funnel? This video will highlight a simple way to check your brand's foundations that will dovetail into your marketing and communication planning. Let's look at those 4 brand pillars again: distinction, relevance, esteem, and knowledge, with a view to learning how we can apply those brand pillars to improve your product, your services, your organization, to overcome any business challenges that you might be experiencing. Please see the previous video link below to familiarize yourself with the 4 brand pillars. A brand with ambitions to become strong must start by developing that real point of differentiation. Now, a loss in differentiation is usually the first sign that a strong brand could be fading. So if you have USP issues or reduced market share issues, or indeed you're having to compete more on price, it's brand differentiation and distinction I would look at to help your brand become strong again. Now, up-and-coming brands, so those gaining in popularity or gaining in sales, are on average high on differentiation and lower on those other 3 points of reference: relevance, esteem, and knowledge. So that opposite was found of fading brands. So these 2 results suggest that differentiation drives some key dynamics. Sales volume and price can be seen with a brand's aspirational and mainstream positions. To have a strong brand means being truly distinctive and thereby occupying an aspirational or premium category, and that usually commands a higher price point too. Example distinctive brands in their categories could be Ferrari and Porsche. Brand centrality, and that's a way to compare volume sales with premium positioning, is a way to measure that distinction and financial value. A brand can be very distinctive with a high price point, so Ferrari and Porsche, but it might not have the volume sales of, say, automotive, Toyota and Ford, who have chosen more centrality and lower price points for volume sales. Worldwide unit sales for Porsche in 2020 were 272,000, and worldwide unit sales for Ford in 2020 were 4.2 million. Now, unless a brand is relevant to a significant segment, it will not attract a large customer base. So you have a choice to either position your brand in the premium slot, lower sales volume, higher price points, or pitch at mainstream sales, higher sales volume and lower price points. Ferrari and Porsche are very high on differentiation and occupy those premium brand spaces. Ford and Toyota will have more relevance and their brand centrality is greater, so they have less premium brand positions but higher on relevance with perhaps a lower aspirational score. Esteem. So esteem combines perceived quality with perceptions of growth or decline in popularity. And popularity may vary and hold different value depending upon a region's or country's culture. For example, in Japan, perceived quality generally accounts for greater variability in esteem than it does perceived quality. Esteem measures whether a brand is held in high regard and considered the best in its class. So for example, if I said think of fast food, best in class, you might choose McDonald's. If I said think of running shoes, athletic footwear, best in class, you might say Nike. Fast food, arguably fast shoes. Knowledge. Now that's a true understanding of the brand. That's a culmination of a brand building effort. Unlike awareness, it's not simply driven or built by exposure, but rather it's generated by a real customer intimacy with the brand. We know what the brand stands for and we have a personal affection with that brand. So examples, you might think of Coca-Cola as refreshment, you might think of Kellogg's as breakfast nutrition, you might think of our friends Porsche as performance German engineering. So takeaways to ask yourself a few questions. 1, what will be distinctive and how can we explain it? 2, how will our audience identify with what we stand for? 3, how will our brand's quality be perceived, and indeed what does quality even mean to our audience? And we can find that out through design research. And unlike awareness, which is built by exposure, 4, how should we generate that intimacy with our brand? So think of Coke, think of Ferrari and Porsche and so on. They stand for something and we need to stand for something too. So quick references include Building Strong Brands, great book by David Acker, and thank you to Landor Associates, who I was lucky enough to sit down with a few years back and discuss their brand asset valuation tool. So now you know how these pillars work, you may like to know where to take your brand, in other words, the brand strategy. So there's another part to this video which will show you what could be right for your brand, business or organisation. So if you're curious and you like the idea of frameworks and models and processes, and you want to know how these tools can reduce time to market, tackle those funnel issues, or indeed gain more market share, then please let me know by the usual methods, and I'll inform you when other bite-sized brand content is uploaded. Thanks for watching.